Right, so morning guys, and welcome to Prepared 3D, or Prepared as it's officially known. I keep calling it P3D or Prepared 3D. Technically it's wrong. I'm not call it Prepared. Anyways, yeah, so back in Ryanair, back in yellow and blue, and this time flying to London Stansted. So for those who tuned into yesterday's stream, yesterday morning, I flew from Stansted to Copenhagen, and while I was there, I took a train down to Hamburg, and then this morning it's going to be a plane from Hamburg back to Stansted. So I'll talk a bit more in detail about the train journey, what I did out there while the flight goes on. But for now, we need to set the aircraft up and get ourselves in the air in about 35 minutes. So at this point, passengers will be boarding in the real world, although we'll do boarding in just a little bit. So yeah, we'll set the aircraft up for a turnaround. If we want to all be off, since we need to refuel the aircraft. This aircraft in the morning will have flown in from Stansted, and so this will be its second flight of the day. And as a result, we need to make sure everything is prepped for that flight. So RS has been aligned, which is fine, which means it'll be relatively quick to set everything up. So flying out of Echo Delta Delta Hotel, Hamburg. We are at stand 37, I believe. Yep. Origin Hamburg to Echo Golf Sierra Sierra Stansted. Runway in use. I know that we have got active towers today, and so I can make the presumption that yes, we have got Hamburg 80s at 124325. 124325. We'll grab all the information. I'll make sure we're ready to go. Scratch pad.
Hamburg Information Delta. Met report time 1850. Expect ILS approach runway 15. Runways in use 15 for landing, 05 for takeoff. Transition level 70. Departure frequency Bremen radar on frequency 127.670. Wind 090 degrees 10 knots. Cab OK. Temperature 5. Dew point 2 QNH 1009 trend. No significant change. Information Delta. Out.
Right, that was a relatively straightforward message there. And so next one tunes to ground, 1217. Was there a delivery? Yes, there is, 1218. So wait for a gap, plan everything up, wait for a gap. Put everything around that. So, 105. And let's just now bring up the flight plan for today. I'm just grab my fuel numbers. That will be on the other document here. Where is my thing? There it is. Right, flights, that's the one. First waypoint is Whiskey Sierra November. Then it's uniform November 125. Followed by Doback. Then it's directs to Valco. Directs to Nogro. Directs to Rinnis. A lot of directs today. And last waypoint, you guessed it, is a directs to Odessa. Very nice flight plan. Very nice indeed. Activate that. Departures are presumably given a... Is there a Whiskey Sierra November departure? Yes, there is. We'll get the exact one from delivery. 1009 was QNH. Make sure that's been set. And while I'm here, let me also start the boarding process of passengers. So we'll do it on the FMS first. Go to menu, FS Actions, Ground Services. Fuel. Fuel on board is 6563. Plug that in, and we shall request a fuel truck. Next, we'll bring in the passengers. Today, it's not a very busy aircraft. It's 172. So I've got a few seats dotted around inside the cabin, and we shall start boarding for that. While we're here, we're going to bring up the PAX menu and start the flights around here as well. When that flight starts, but hey, start flights. Wrong, it's Echo Delta Hotel to Echo Golf Sierra Sierra. Time to take off will be in about 30 minutes. Flight time's around 38,000 cruise. We are Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee. Should have been another call sign, but it was taken by someone else originally. So I have to do without 172. We have got the demonstration. We have got boarding. Start boarding. Alright, because again, you can't have the seconds on there as well. Alright, passengers are boarding. Next is the cargo. So, if I go back, go to calculator, and then onto it, divide 4105 by 2. Oops. 4105 divided by 2. Where's the, there's the equals button. Right, so 2052. 2052, sorry, and stick 2053 in the back. And we shall call the carts over. And they'll then allow us to start loading everything up. So, fueling starts, passengers boarding. And very shortly you'll start the baggage handling. That's all looking good. Next menu, next do performance. But first of all, let's speak to a delivery, shall we? I'm going to do that when I want scratch pad back up. So scratch pads, external keyboard, stick it on a new line. Let's go. Good. Hello there, Hamburg delivery. This is Ryanair. What was our call sign? Sorry. 45. Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee. Apologies. Requesting IFR clearance to Stansted. We have information Delta.
Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee, Hamburg ground, good evening. Delta correct. Startup approved. Cleared London Stansted via Visa 2 Charlie departure. Flight plan route. Squawk 2525.
Cleared to Stansted by the Visa 2 Charlie departure with squawk 2525 for Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee.
Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee, read back correct. For pushback, contact Hamburg apron 121.7.
Apron on 121.7 for Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee, thank you very much. Right, so, cargo is now being loaded. We've got our clearance, which means we've now got to plug that in as well. It was 2 Charlie departure, which we have. Thank you. Right, in it ref. So before we do that, we're going to performance, and we'll plug everything in. So departure airport is Echo Delta Delta Hotel, runway 05. Condition is dry. Frustrating takeoff. Use flaps 10, no air conditioning, no anti-icing. Winds are currently 10 knots at 090. So 090/10. Temperature is 10 degrees. And QNH 1009. I keep forgetting that's in Fahrenheit. So if I go back, utilities, converter, where is it? Temperature. So Celsius is 10, it's 50. I do love this EFB. Right, 10 degrees, sorry, 50 degrees. And calculates. So we should have our takeoff speeds, there we go. Set everything up now, so reserves 1.17 Ryanair, costing next 23. Cruising at 380. Cruising winds are an average of 192/042. Execute that. N1 limit, take off. Flaps to 10 degrees. Centre gravity is set. With the takeoff speeds to me 143, 147, and 154. Takeoff sorted. Departure set up as well. We'll stick the co-pilot's FMS to just the legs. Now we'll speak to ground in a couple of minutes. Let's have a look around at the ground services, how they're doing. Fuel truck is done, so we can release you. Let's see what signs in a second. Jet bridge still boarding passengers. Cargo still being loaded. That hopefully shouldn't take us too long. With no fuel truck, we can now turn on the seatbelt sign. And let's speak to the passengers for the first time, shall we, as well. So make sure that PAX window is open. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard this flight FR1519 from London Stansted. Sorry, from Dusseldorf. Sorry, Hamburg to London Stansted. I do apologise. We'll be flying shortly for 1 hour 30 minutes, and we're now in the final stage of preparing the aircraft flight. So if you are on board today, you've got to sit back, relax. That was horrible. In fact, modify, just cancel that. We'll start again. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and this is your captain speaking from the flight deck. Welcome aboard this flight FR1519 from Hamburg to Stansted. We'll be departing very shortly. Flight time today is 1 hour 30 minutes. Otherwise, we ask you to sit back, relax, enjoy the flight. And if you have any questions, feel free to speak to any of our lovely cabin crew today. Thank you. Right, so this is a generic public address. Okay. And then also see what sign comes on. On the ground. Got there in the end. So now we're just for passengers and cargo to sort themselves out. It is a longer process. Don't want to take us too long. This is set to standby. That's all that matters at the moment. It is daytime, so there's no need for the logo lights. Quite a busy airport today at Frankfurt. Ignore the late deliveries because I still haven't sorted out model matching yet. But yeah, it's quite busy today here in Frankfurt. Sorry, Hamburg. Why do I keep saying Frankfurt? I've never been Frankfurt. I don't think I will do for a little while. Actually, that being said, I do know someone out in Frankfurt. And so, I take that back, I really should go to Frankfurt at some point soon. Make sure the flight trackers are active, so virtual Ryanair start and project flight. This is not going to be live, so you can't track me on Project Flight. But actually, I should start out all streams like this. So, it's the premiere, and it's a live stream. And as a result of that, basically what it means is that in the real world, I'm flying right now. So whenever I do a premiere, I kind of say it's like, so I can bring you guys with me on my trips. Whenever I go on holiday or whenever, I kind of recreate the flights at a real time of the real flights. And then you guys can follow me either on Flight Radar or on Premiere. And only on YouTube now because Twitch actually deactivated their Premiere feature on the 14th. So no more. Can you follow me on Twitch, I'm afraid. I mean, I still stream to Twitch, but the premieres will no longer run. And then as you can see on the bottom right of the screen now, also a little tag to tell people what's going on because I've noticed that a lot of people haven't actually realised what it means by these premieres or what does it mean by IRL flights. So, that's what it means. I'm on board the aircraft right now. I'm a passenger in the real world. I'm on board this flight. And I'm going on, in this case, getting back home from a holiday. Yeah, now I've done everything in terms of my setup. It really just a case of getting passengers aboard the aircraft. I'll set this up as well, actually, takeoff speeds. 147. That was 38,000. And overhead, set the pressure to 38,000. No set any of the panel lighting, since again it's a daytime flight. The QNH have been set. Co-pilot side and backup do sync as well automatically, I believe, in the PMDG. And just by default it does. So really it's just a case of keeping an eye on the menus. So where is it? Sorry, menu, actions, ground. Passengers almost fully boarded. 124 of 172. Cargo, we're about halfway through loading. No, it's fine. We'll start up the APU shortly, since we've got ourselves ready for descent to the ground. Turn on the flight directors.
Our flight plan is completely empty.
Right, so a little bit about my journey from Copenhagen to Hamburg. So what I did is I took something called, it's called a train ferry, so it's quite self-explanatory in that. Basically, the train drives up to the station, a boat then arrives and aligns itself with the train tracks. The train then drives onto the boat, and then the boat sails across the water with the train on board. It's a fun little thing that, only one of 3 in Europe, but very sadly not for much longer because it's getting retired on December the 14th. Only a few weeks left to go. As a result, it's now or never kind of thing. Alright, passengers have now finished boarding. We have got cargo on board. Left to go, but not too much longer. Once the cargo's done, we'll do that. So we're tuned to Hamburg ground next. Hamburg ground 121.8, sorry 121.7. On the backup, we'll then do Hamburg Tower 12685.
Taxi to parking position 55 via Zulu 4 and Zulu 2 was correct, yeah? Negative. Turn right on Zulu 5 and then left on Zulu 4.
This is why you note down your taxiways.
Zulu 4, Ryanair to Romeo Delta. So ist schön.
Right, close what I don't need.
Das ist der erste Freie, auf den du triffst in
Keep
der
looking
Reihe.
at what I do need. Passengers on board. We'll start up the APU. And we'll look at getting this plane ready to go now. So APU starts. Left fuel pumps are active. Wish the sounds was coming through as well.
Easy 37 Quebec Bravo, please confirm we can taxi behind the Egypt Air Boeing in front of us? That is positive. Follow the Egypt Air Boeing 738. Affirm.
And passengers on board will now start participating in the ground services. So release the stairs. Tracks the air stairs.
Egypt Air 511, contact Hamburg Tower 126.85. Have a good flight, bye bye.
Head to the doors. Closing the front door. Rear doors closed. And that will be passenger bits secured. So next up will be the cargo at the front. That'll take a few minutes to finalise. And there you go, our cabin crew are now starting their announcements in the passenger compartments, so introducing the flights for today. Another 14-15 minutes or so until we are expected to depart, so that won't cause us any problem. So our depart time is 11:05 local time. 10:05 Zulu. So again, it's an early morning stream for you guys in the UK, but don't forget that we are an hour ahead.
EasyJet 37 Quebec Bravo, contact Hamburg Tower 126.85. Have a good flight, bye bye. 126.85, Easy 37 Quebec Bravo.
With the APU started, bring power onto those.
Bye bye.
APU bleed active. Ground power off. Next thing to get rid of is the GPU. So release power.
KLM 145, push and start approved, facing south. Push start approved, facing south, KLM 145.
The rear cargo hold is almost nearly done. There we go.
Hamburg Apron
Release the carts. Release the loader. Close the rear doors.
I call you back when pushback approved.
That's just the front loader with about 100 kilos of cargo left to go. APU is active and running. Aircraft is on plane power now, so no longer connected to any of the ground units. There goes stand 3-1 we're at. So I'm using basically default Hamburg scenery here, but on top of it is Rex Worldwide Airports HD. It's a very good little add-on, especially if you're looking in the freewares for a lot of P3D and FSX and whatever. That kind of just puts text on top of everything and brings it to life a bit. It's a nice add-on. What I do recommend. Costly, but my word, does it rebuilds your entire airport scenery. And likewise, depending on where you're flying to, because there's so many different presets, you can kind of like customize each airport each time you fly. Not as good as X-Plane's Scenery Gateway, where the community kind of like build all the scenery around the world. But it's gonna... It was never gonna be that great, I guess, default scenery in P3. It uses old 2002 databases. You can get scenery to kind of like update it, including FCAD files, but nice going full payware for everything. It's never been too great for airports, admittedly. Right. Release the carts. Release the loader. And secure the aircraft. Wait for the pushback tug there to move. Otherwise, we're going to use GSX for pushback this time.
Good evening, Apron. This is Jersey 106.
But before I do that, make sure I get my runway direction sorted out, at least in nose direction. Runway 05, that will be... Yeah, it's the runway furthest away from us, so I presume it will be pointing the nose to the right, but we'll get that confirmed from the ground crew. So that's 2 strobes, that comes down, you 2 come on, center tank is empty, so no center fuel. Let's request push and start, shall we? Always wait for a gap in the chat before we request push and start. Hello there, Hamburg grounds. This is Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee requesting push and start from Stansted 3-1.
Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee, set squawk 2525.
Ah, 2525. Forgot to do that. Squawk 2525 for 45 Bravo Yankee. Turn right on stand 5-1.
Number 45, request taxi.
Okay. Let me confirm that.
KLM 145, hold short. Pushback in front of you.
Okay. I mean, I presume he's meant 3 on there. It'll be nose right, so... Flash back in departure. We'll go Lufthansa standards. Nose tail right. Do you want to start engines before pushback? No.
A320 pushback facing south.
Actions, ground services, remove chocks.
Hamburg Able, entering with armed Lufthansa Trouble 7 at stand 4. Push and start. Just a second, please. As you like. So, constant again, please.
You have an easy A320 right to us. Can we push back?
Yes, you can. Eurowings 1-3 Charlie Lima.
Well, a bit hectic there, the ATC.
Lufthansa Pushback at stand 4, request push and start.
Fucking get, that's fine.
So now again, one user please. Lufthansa 777 at stand
Yeah, I do like the PMDG ground services, but the GSX ones are just a little more lifelike.
Searching south 777.
Yeah, I'll probably use a bit of a mixture between both PMDG and GSX going forward. I don't have GSX level 2. It's an add-on I'm interested in for sure, but not one I've yet picked up. Mine's been a bit tight this Christmas admittedly, so yeah. It's not terrible. I mean, I've still got gifts for people I need to give gifts to and all that, but a little tighter than it has been in recent years. Right. Pushback starts. Start engines at will. Actually, the engine system right below, sorry.
Hamburg Airport, Wings 13 Charlie Lima. Just to confirm, we are now cleared for pushback.
Yes, this is confirmed. Wings 13 Charlie Lima.
Pushing back, Wings 13 Charlie Lima.
Hang on.
KLM 145, have you clearance from delivery?
Just realised that my aircraft's not pushing rights there. I'm sure it said maybe it said tail rights, not nose rights. Right, we'll start up engine. Okay, how can I do this? Guess I'm gonna have to do it the old-fashioned, well, not the old-fashioned way, the all-new way, if anything. Bring up this menu. Bring on tug view. Whoops, open up the tug menu. F actions, ground service, sorry, pushback. Move tugs, user controls. There we go. Oh boy, not gonna do this again, are you? Nope, still doing it. We'll just slew and turn the nose, I guess, at this rate. I'm not sure what happened there. I must have had the settings wrong. We'll remove view. Get the view.
Straight back on stand 7-2, please.
There we go.
To stand 7-2, easy 59 Papa November.
Not quite what I wanted to do, admittedly, but has to be done sometimes. Has to be done.
Hamburg, good evening. Edged 7168 with you. Stand 5-3. Request taxi.
Also make sure that engine 1 is starting.
Taxi to Rødby runway 05 via Zulu 3, Zulu 5 and Bravo 4. Holding point runway 05 via Zulu
Engine 1 not starting. APU is active. Fuel pumps active.
7168.
Oh, there we go. It has kind of started. The gauge just never updated. Okay, well, engine 1 full flow starts. That pushback very much has defined how this whole flight's going to go, has it?
Ryanair 54 Bravo Yankee, have you turned around on stand?
GSX was glitching out on us, so we attempted pushback. This is about as good as we're going to get.
It is beautiful. You can contact Hamburg Tower on 126.85. Have a good flight, bye-bye.
Alright, both engines active now. We shall switch power to the engines. Flaps down to 10. Packs on. Switch to bleeds.
Last confirm again, please.
APU off.
Wings 13 Charlie Lima, request taxi.
That comes on. And trim set to 4.16.
Zulu 1, gate Alpha 5.
Hab dich.
Eurowings 13 Charlie Lima, taxi to holding point runway 05 via Zulu 1 and Bravo 4. Taxi holding point 05 via Zulu 1 Bravo 4, Eurowings 13 Charlie Lima.
Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee is ready to taxi.
Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee, hold position and contact Hamburg Tower on 126.85.
126.85, okay. Contact Tower on 126.85 for Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee. Thank you very much.
Eurowings 13 Charlie Lima, contact Hamburg Tower
126.85.
Wind 090 degrees, 8 knots, runway 05, cleared for takeoff.
Never given a taxi instruction on tower before, but hey.
So underline 2 to 5, taxi right, Echo 4, Echo 1, hold short runway 23. Echo 4, Echo 1, hold short.
Probably it means we're crossing the runway, which doesn't make sense. Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee is ready to taxi.
Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee, Hamburg Tower, good evening sir, hold position, call you shortly.
Hold position, Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee.
Easy 37 Quebec Bravo.
Alright, so much that everything is set up as we need it, so get rid of this north automatic thing.
On the other side, Golf, Delta 1, holding point runway 33.
Cross 3 on the other side, Golf Delta 1, holding point 05, easy 37 Quebec Bravo.
Und Squawk Charlie bitte.
Is already set.
Yeah, probably waiting for the Wild's travel in front of us there.
Eurowings 2 to 5 Hamburg Tower, good
Probably
evening.
why I need to hold before starting
Continue.
taxi.
Approach, wind check 090 degrees, 8 knots. Continue approach 2 to 5. Berlin 715, line up runway 05 and wait behind.
Line up 05, 05 and wait behind Evelyn 75.
Alpha Romeo 123, set Squawk Charlie.
Can you repeat Alpha Romeo 23?
Break, Eurowings 2 to 5, wind 090 degrees, 8 knots, runway 15, clear to land. Clear land, runway 15, Romeo 2 to 5. Alpha Romeo 123, set Squawk Charlie.
Hamburg Tower, Eurowings 13, Charlie Lima, schönen guten Abend, Bravo 4.
Eurowings 13, Charlie Lima, Hamburg Tower, stand by. GTR 511, set Squawk Charlie.
Roger, Squawk Charlie, GTR 511.
Easy 37 Quebec Bravo, hold position. Oder bist du noch schneller als der Flieger rechts?
Also, high field won't be too long till we get moving. And the ground obviously is quite busy at the moment. We're going to start forming a traffic jam in the moment if we get movements.
Easy 3 back. 7 Quebec Bravo. Continue taxi 37 Quebec Bravo. Underline 2 to 5, cross runway 33 on the other side, apron 1 to 1, that's the best happen. You on? Crossing to 3 approved, other side, apron 1 to 17, danke dir, Andreas, viel Spaß.
I may just watching the aircraft in front of me there, the Pacifica, to allow it to move. What kind of route would they give me on taxi? Probably head down. I don't know, don't think they'll give me a runway crossing so much. Probably actually better tell me to take the
Hamburg Tower, Eurowings 13, Charlie Lima.
original pushback and then head down Charlie.
Eurowings 13 Charlie Lima.
Yeah, Charlie onto Delta.
Traffic is leaving the runway, so
That's 15, sorry. Where's 05? Ah, okay, no, that makes sense then. Sorry. Yeah, cross the runway, down Kilo, down Lima, and then into the
13 Charlie Lima, cross runway
holding
33 on
points.
the other side. Golf, Delta 1, holding point runway 05.
Hamburg Tower, good evening, Airjet 7168 on Bravo 4.
Berlin 715, wind 090 degrees, 8 knots, runway 05, clear for takeoff.
Eurowings 13, Charlie Lima. 05 cleared for takeoff, Berlin 715. Good evening, Lufthansa 777, Bravo 3, number 2. Hamburg Tower, good evening, Lufthansa 777, number 1 and Bravo.
Alright, so he's moved. We should be next.
Ryanair
Here we go.
45 Bravo Yankee, Hamburg Tower.
Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee, ready to copy.
Confirm you have to push back, or are you ready for taxi?
We are ready to taxi, 45 Bravo Yankee. GSX glitched out on us, so we're in a slightly awkward position, but we can taxi.
Okay, stand by, call you shortly. Air Child 17168 Hamburg Tower.
Airchild 7168.
Well, they're just pushing aircraft around us now.
On the other side, Golf Delta 1 holding point runway 33.
Yeah, it's because that runway, they can't cross without ATC permission. That runway is going to cause a bit of a...
Lufthansa 777 Hamburg Tower, good evening, hold short, call you back.
Hold position, Lufthansa 777.
Whoops. I love that sim. It's just so clunky.
Hearings 225, contact April 121.7, bye bye. 117. Ryanair 4,
Here we go.
Bravo Mike, line
No.
up runway 05.
See many Ryanairs as well.
Flying up runway 05 and waiting Ryanair 4 to Bravo Mike.
Hamburg Tower, good day, Chat 901 Zulu.
Stand by, call you back. Lufthansa 777, cross runway 33 on the other side.
I kind of feel sorry for this guy. You can tell he's a
Runway,
bit overwhelmed this evening. Again, I'm not sure if Tower normally does control ground here at Hamburg. In fact, I can probably see him up there in the control tower.
Bravo Mike, wind 090 degrees, 8 knots, runway 05, clear for takeoff.
But
Runway 05, clear for takeoff.
yeah, it's definitely a busy one for him tonight.
Egypt Air 511 behind departing aircraft runway, line up runway 05 and wait behind.
Line up runway 05 and wait Egypt Air 511.
Hearings 1274 Hamburg Tower.
I've been holding for about 5 minutes now. I do apologise for this delay.
Hamburg
I
Tower.
can imagine, at least in the real world, it would be a little bit easier to get around this.
Call you shortly, stand by.
Also, watching the runway, it is one at a time.
Hamburg Tower, more in easy 5, 9 of Papa November.
As this is active runway.
Easy 5 for 3, Papa November, hold short, call back. Condor 597 Hamburg Tower, continue approach, wind check 090 degrees, 8 knots.
Continuing approach, Condor 597.
There's no aircraft you pitted over there to my left.
1, are you ready for departure?
Ready for departure, Egypt Air 511.
Call you back. Okay, KLM 145 Hamburg Tower.
KLM 145.
Hold position, call you shortly.
Hold position, KLM 145.
GTF 511, wind 090 degrees, 8 knots, runway 05, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Egypt Air 511.
So easy 59 Papa November.
Alright, another plane crossing the runway.
Position, I call you in a minute. The same to Jet 901 Zulu. I call you back in a minute.
There's a lot of callbacks he's now got.
Ryanair FR
Here we go.
Yankee, I do not. I have you on my scope. Stand by, call you back.
No worries, we'll wait. Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee, take your time.
Welcome, thank you.
So only our 90% online, 90% on-time record here at stake. As you can imagine, probably won't be one of them.
145 cross runway 33 on the other side.
While we're here,
Continue taxi
let's just
via
have a look for the air
Golf
traffic.
and,
Who's actually made it in the
runway
air?
33.
Who's made it to the runway crossing? You're the one who's just departed. There's Frank Fassis over there.
123 line up runway 05 and wait behind.
Alpha Romeo 123 lining up.
You're in the air, nice and clear. You're at gates. You're waiting to go very shortly. Another one in the air. So a couple of people are airborne. They're not looking too busy at the moment.
Condor 597, expect a late clearance.
Say again for Condor 597.
Expect late clearance. Break. Alpha Romeo 123, wind 090 degrees, 8 knots, runway 05 clear for takeoff, and traffic information landing aircraft on the opposite runway.
Alpha Romeo 123 clear for takeoff.
Kilo Romeo Alpha 223 behind departing aircraft.
We'll get there soon.
Wait behind.
Soon.
Kilo Romeo Alpha 223 lining up after Alpha Romeo 123.
Easy 59, Papa November, hold short of runway 33.
Holding short, 59 Papa November.
Jet 191 Zulu, follow the Easy Airbus A320 in front of you.
Jet 991 Zulu, follow EasyJet in front of me.
There's no one departing.
Hamburg Tower, good evening, Ryanair 137.
Aircraft there's just disappeared. A few more coming in from the right. This is what happens to your low cost carrier. You get no priority.
Ryanair 1337 Hamburg Tower, break.
It's about 15 minutes now I've been sitting here.
Break, Condor 597, wind 090 degrees, 8 knots, runway 15 clear to land.
Runway 15 clear to land, Condor 597.
Ryanair 1337, start push approved. Report ready, taxi.
Please say 4-5 Bravo. 4-5 Bravo Yankee is all we ask for.
Ryanair 45
Here we go.
Bravo Yankee, Hamburg Tower.
4-5 Bravo Yankee, ready to go.
Taxi to holding point, runway, disregard taxi via Bravo 4, hold short, runway 33.
Taxi via Bravo 4, hold short runway 33 for Ryanair 4-5 Bravo Yankee. Thank you. Right, so if we've given the runway 33 departure.
Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee, give way to Jet 738 on your right.
Hard position until 2 jet on my right moves for Ryanair 4 Bravo Yankee. Right, so I need to quickly reset this now because I've been given the other runway departure. We've only got one Whiskey Sierra in November departure, so we won't request all the clearances and all that, just to save us all time. Hotel's free, so it's literally just the runway in front of me.
Quebec Bravo, set squawk Charlie.
Performance, set you to runway
Squawk Charlie,
33.
set 37 Quebec.
Winds are
Ah,
now
hier, ich sehe dir nix. Müsste ich eigentlich anders sehen, ne?
090 at 8.
Squawk added. Nee, kommt nix an hier.
And calculate. What am I missing? Takeoff. Oh, conditions dry. There we go. So now it's
37 Quebec Bravo, better now?
147. 147.
TRA.
154.
Alles drin?
Komisch. Also ich sehe bei mir nix. Also ich behalte dich jetzt mal als Squawk Charlie, ne? Und dann gucken wir
Now
mal
one of
weiter.
those is
Kann
2
sein, dass die anderen sich dann auch noch melden.
Alles klar.
This one's here is the white CRJ just behind the world travel. Once he moves, I can move.
Hamburg Tower, good evening, Queen 1 Bravo.
Hamburg Tower.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies from the flight deck. There's just been a bit of a traffic jam here at Hamburg. Otherwise, we have been given our takeoff clearance, now taxi clearance, sorry. And we should be making our way to the runway very shortly.
Condor 597, vacate via Echo 4 when able.
Vacating via Echo 4, Condor
And the best I could do was apologise to passengers.
Papa November,
In
cross runway
fact,
3 on the other side, Golf, Delta 1, holding point runway 3.
they're satisfied.
Cross
But
the,
yes, some of them upset because we are now starting to really lag behind our departure, which means we're also going to be probably late by the time we arrive as well. He's now moving, which means the 2 jet will now start moving. Parking brakes released.
Condor 597, taxi Echo 4, Echo 1, hold short runway 23.
Echo 4, Echo 1, holding short runway
You
23.
can see where the scenery mismatch is,
EZ37,
but
Bravo, line up runway 05 and wait behind.
that won't
Line
cause
up
too much of a
runway
problem.
05 and, wait
Right,
behind.
he's moving.
Bravo, and we set the
Finally,
squawk again, so please check.
we may start moving.
Nö, immer noch nicht.
Komisch.
Ja, line mal ab erstmal. Jawohl.
We can now go down to the hotel, which is just to the right.
With you on ILS, runway 15.
Lufthansa 2 Tango Juliet, Hamburg Tower, moin moin, continue approach.
Continue approach, Lufthansa 2 Tango Juliet.
2 Jet 901 Zulu, are you taxi, able to taxi?
Jet 901 Zulu, affirmative.
Yeah, taxi cross runway 33 on the other side, Golf Delta 1 holding point runway 33. 05.
He's now been cleared to cross the runway.
Other side, Golf, Delta 1.
Wunderbar.
Which means we can now taxi to the left.
Condor 597, cross runway 23 on the other side, contact April 121.7, bye bye.
Crossing runway 23 and thereafter 121.7 for Condor 597. Thank you, ciao.
Ryanair 1337, taxi via Golf, Delta 1 holding point runway 33.
And then it's a right turn here.
Right, Lufthansa 2 Tango Juliet, wind 090 degrees, 8 knots, runway 15, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 15, thanks. Lufthansa 2 Tango Juliet.
Ryanair 1337, Hamburg Tower.
Wait for this Rhino won't respond to get back, but it's like he's... Oh no, there he is.
Sorry, go ahead.
Taxi via Golf, Delta 1 holding point
Let's make
33.
sure the Tesla was on as well.
Via Golf for 2 holding point 33.
Ryanair 45, Bravo Yankee, what's your taxi, what are you taxiing there?
Holding short of runway 33, Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee.
Okay, hold position, not cross the runway please, there's traffic on the runway.
Hold position, Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee.
2 Jet 901 Zulu, set squawk Charlie.
So I see what he's saying, sorry. My mistake, he's still we can go down runway 5.
Kilo Romeo Alpha 223, contact Bremen radar 127.
I've just gone to that instruction there. So 05, winds, show keyboard, 0, 90.
Schönen guten Abend, 2 Jet 3 Kilo ILS 15.
2 Jet 3 Kilo,
8.
Hamburg Tower, moin moin, continue number 2.
Tower, good evening, Ryanair 114 Victor on Bravo 4 behind the 737.
Ryanair 114, Victor, Hamburg Tower, moin moin, hold position, I'll call you shortly, we have traffic on the runway.
Okay, hold short for Ryanair 114 Victor.
And also, where are they? Sorry, it's 143, 147,
Lufthansa 2 Tango
154.
for Echo 4 to vacate.
Roger, Lufthansa 2 Tango Juliet, I'm already on Echo 4.
Easy 37, Quebec Bravo, wind 090 degrees, 8 knots, runway 05, clear for takeoff.
05, clear for takeoff, Easy 37 Quebec Bravo, danke für den Service, ciao.
Jo, tschüss, schönen Flug und Traffic Information 5 miles final on the crossing runway, so bisschen Gase. Jawohl. Merci. 13 Charlie Lima behind the aircraft. Departing aircraft. Line up runway 05 and wait behind.
Behind departing A320, level wait behind Eurowings 13 Charlie Lima.
Lufthansa 2 Tango Juliet, taxi Echo 4, Echo 1, hold short, runway 23.
Echo 4, Echo 1, hold short, runway 23, Lufthansa 2 Tango Juliet.
Right, so shortly we'll be given the runway crossing instruction to get to 05. What I've done here is taxi down hotel, admittedly, but wrong holding points basically. I did misunderstand that instruction there.
Queen 1 Bravo, Ryanair 114 Victor and Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee. Just for your information, we have 2 inbounds, too close, so just to have to wait another 2 or 3 minutes.
Roger that, 737 just in front of us, just disappeared. Ryanair 104 Victor.
Right, so who's that in there? Actually, I can see one of them.
Lufthansa 401, the localizer.
Oops, hang on. There.
Lufthansa 440, Hamburg, Tower, Moment, continue number 2.
Oh gosh, a couple of aircraft coming in now as well. See one aircraft's now just got himself established. One down, 2 to go. See the queue at the passing runway, it's starting to narrow down as well. A few aircraft just dissipating.
Where are you taxiing? You have to taxi to the opposite direction. The departing runway is runway 05, as I said before.
Oh gosh, he is actually going the completely wrong way there.
I'm so sorry.
Are you able to change to turn around here at this position?
Yes, of course.
Okay, thank you.
The little box that taxiway there.
Request for the taxi.
121.7.
Plane number 2, now coming in.
Lufthansa 440, wind 080 degrees, 8 knots, runway 15 K to land.
Runway 15 K to land, Lufthansa 440. Tower Lufthansa 2 Tango Juliet,
contact April 121.7.
for the taxi.
23 kilo, contact April 121.7.
121.7 to jet 3 kilo, Joe.
Also, I'm going to say, by the time we're airborne, it's going to be quite a light aircraft, as this has just been pointless fuel burn at this stage.
And apron on the other side on 121.7. Bye bye, Lufthansa 2
But hey,
Juliet, and thanks.
got to love the PBR on the tail and wing there, on the side of the aircraft. Very well done from PMDG. It's a fantastic looking aircraft. Has been a joy to fly so far, and I'm sure going forward it will be a joy as well.
Okay, Traffic ist weg. Lufthansa 4. Nee, warte mal.
Nö, ist noch da.
Ja, nee, war ein anderer, der weg war plötzlich. Alles gut.
There you go, next plane down, one more on short final.
So, du, ne? Lufthansa 440, when able, vacate via Echo 4.
We are able for Echo 4 and leaving the runway.
Traumhaft, danke.
Ja. So bin ich.
Wings 63 Mike, wind 090 degrees, 8 knots, runway 15 K to land.
And there's number 3 to land.
15 K to land. Any chance for longer or not?
When able not, but if you need to, you have to.
Okay, then we'll keep it short, no worries.
Would be nice. Lufthansa 440 taxi Echo 4, Echo 1, hold short runway 23, 23.
Taxi Echo 4, Echo 1, hold short runway 23.
Runway 252 on Bravo 4.
Last station taking cross line.
Wings 252.
Say again, pass your message.
Wings 252 on Bravo 4 for runway 05.
Here, Wings 252, set squawk Charlie and expect a little bit of delay.
Expects a little bit of delay. 25 minutes from the ground here.
23 on the other side, apron 121.7.
Cross runway 23 on the other side, 121.7, danke, ciao.
Eurowings 13, Charlie Lima, you're the next one. Expect departure in 30 seconds.
Wings 13, Charlie Lima.
So as soon as he touches down, and gets clear the runway, Delago will be given takeoff clearance, and then we will be given taxi clearance. Again, apologies for the delay here. I can imagine in the real world we'd be airborne by now and long gone our way to Stansted. But hey, this is what happens when you spawn in the middle of an event without realising it. I didn't realise Hamburg had an event, but at least I've now been proven wrong here.
Ryanair 45 Bravo, Yankee cross runway 33 on the other side, taxi guy Golf Delta 1 holding point runway 33.
Cross runway through 3 and then taxi down Golf and Delta for holding points Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee.
Germany 60 Mike is taking Echo 4.
Right, let's go.
Eurowings 60 Mike, thank you. Break Eurowings 13 Charlie Lima, wind is 090 degree, 8 knots, runway 05, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 05, cleared for takeoff. Wings 13, Charlie Lima. Dir noch einen schönen weiteren entspannten Abend.
Danke, tschüss. Airchild 7168, behind departing lineup, runway 05 and wait behind.
Behind departing lineup, runway 05 and wait behind, Airchild 7168.
Eurowings 63, Mike taxi Echo 4, Echo 1, hold short runway 23.
Echo 4, Echo 1, holding 23, Germany 60 Mike.
Queen 1 Bravo, cross runway 33 on the other side, Golf Delta 1, holding point runway 05.
Queen 1 Bravo, crossing runway 33, Golf Delta 1 to holding point 05.
And Lufthansa 9941, expect late clearance.
Expecting late landing clearance, 9941.
I've got a feeling that this is out of date actually, because this is Kilo Lima,
Eurowings 60 Mike's hold short runway
not
23.
Golf Delta. Continue regardless,
Sowieso wunderbar, danke.
because this is the runway in use. But yeah, out of date data here.
Nee, passt so, wunderbar. Logisch. Bei den vielen Reden, wo ich mir nicht mehr sicher, was ich dir gesagt habe.
You can actually also see the traffic. My radar around me on the ground.
Lufthansa 9941, or wind 090 degrees, 8 knots, runway 15, clear to land.
Lufthansa 9941, clear to land, 15.
Eurowings 63, Mike cross runway 23 on the other side, apron 121.7.
Crossing 23, 1217 on the other side, and just to confirm, Alpha 4 oder Alpha 5?
Alpha 4.
Danke.
Ryanair 114 Victor, set squawk Charlie.
Squawk Charlie for Ryanair 114 Victor.
Alright, so come out to Stansted, make a left turn onto that. And then runway just ahead. It's 11:32. We'll depart around 11:37, I'll presume. Again, if the aircraft is waiting to depart now. No more approaches, I don't think, but again, that can always change.
9941, when able, vacate via Echo 4, or just when able.
Vacating when able, 9941.
So an aircraft landing as well. Just needs to go vacate the runway.
Airchild 7168, ready for immediate departure.
Affirm, Airchild 7168.
Right, 1, 2, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can see 5 aircraft. I'll be the 6th one for takeoff.
Hamburg Tower, hello. Schigenamen, Lufthansa 1362, fully established 15.
Behind me. There'll be another one coming in now. There we go.
Number 2, continue.
And the second one just behind.
Number 2, we continue.
So that 8's now in the queue for takeoff.
7168, wind 090 degrees, 8 knots, runway 05, cleared for takeoff. Traffic information, incoming traffic, 5 miles per hour.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 05 and traffic information copied, thanks, Edgehead 7168.
Lufthansa 777, line up behind departing, line up runway 05 and wait behind. Lufthansa 777, line up and wait.
Right.
Ryanair 11 Victor.
Auto throttles.
Cross runway 33.
Cross runway 33,
You
Ryanair
can see they're always in
114
modified scenery. Not on the taxiway. Presume some of them also on X-Plane 11. Right, we'll start sending plane down.
Lufty 1362, expect late clearance. Cockpit 1360.
Hamburg Tower, Lufthansa line 390 on ILS runway 15.
Line 390 Hamburg Tower, Moin, continue number 2, wind check 0 degrees, 8 knots.
So you're now departing. We're going down to the holding points. And this 1, 2, 3 in front of me.
Windy winds, clear to land runway 15, Lufthansa
Yes.
1262.
Hang on, 1262.
For Victor, continue taxi Golf Delta 1 holding point runway 05.
Continue via Golf Delta 1 to holding points 1805, Ryanair 114 Victor.
1363 even, there you go.
62, when able, vacate via Echo 4.
Sorbet Airlines coming in. Must be a bit of a crosswind actually. It's
We check Echo 4.
very heavy heading to the left. The wind's only 0.8, so it can't be that bad, surely.
Yeah, Echo 4 is no problem, Lufthansa 1362. Das klingt gut.
Again, because this guy's coming in, we can't go just yet. I mean, I've already caught the video for the flights to Milan, Bergamo, once I'm going to La Pineranta in December. I think this one is by far outlengths the holding time on the ground. By a fair few minutes actually, half an hour now I've been waiting on the ground here. Tower stressing out for pretty much all of it. This guy's gonna have a this guy's gonna sleep well tonight, I can say that for a fact. He's sleeping well tonight.
American 7 Hamburg Tower, good evening. Continue approach number 3. Continue approach number 3.
So why is that already? And there we go. Welcome to Hamburg. Too busy watching the aircraft there. Let's get ourselves into position.
Lufthansa 777, wind 090 degrees, 8 knots, runway 05, clear for takeoff. 777, clear for takeoff, runway 05. Eurowings 252, cross runway 33 on the other side. Golf Delta 1, holding point runway 05.
Holding 33 and via Golf Delta 1 and Delta 3 as possible.
Confirm Delta 3? Delta 3. Yes, Lufthansa 162, vacating into Echo 4. Lufthansa 1362, Roger, taxi Echo 4, Echo 1, hold short runway 23.
Echo 4, Echo 1, hold 23, Lufthansa 1362.
KLM 145, let's squawk Charlie, line up runway 305 and wait behind.
There we go. Another one lining up the runway. Don't think there's anyone approaching just yet, so a chance to get a few aircraft in the air now.
Ryanair 8 break. Lufthansa Hunter line 390, wind 090 degrees, 8 knots, runway 15, clear to land.
15 clear to
Alright,
land.
there's a land up.
Lufthansa 1362, cross runway 23 on the other side, contact apron 121.7, bye-bye.
23 is approved behind 21.7, Lufthansa 1362, thank you, goodbye.
Last station taken call sign. Who wants to talk to me?
It's quite a low one actually. Quite a low and fast one.
Uniform, it's 1.1
Hold position, incoming traffic, I call you back.
Hold position, Ryanair 86 Romeo.
American 7, expect late clearance.
Expect late clearance, expect 7.
You can also see how far away the aircraft is coming into land. It really shows how massive the airport is as well here at Hamburg. With the runways, they just stick out from the airport both sides by a fair bit. Has he really been given the short holding points? Is he trying to sneak in front of us?
Underline 390, vacate the next one to the left. Landing aircraft in 3 miles.
Right, so now the other one's vacating.
090 degrees, 8 knots, runway 15, clear to land.
Okay, another lander.
Underline 390, contact apron 121.7, vielen Dank.
1.1.7, admittance just 109.
Yes, long as someone's coming to approach, they won't let him take off just yet. Where's the time now?
So, behind the next landing
Gosh,
traffic.
35 minutes late.
A little bit of outbound traffic.
I mean, it takes about an hour to fly to Stansted, so we should be about halfway through the flight right now, admittedly. Let's see if we can do it. In the real world, I get to Stansted on time. In Sim, haven't even left the ground yet.
When able, vacate via Echo 4.
Vacate via Echo 4, Axel.
Thank you, Jerry.
What I think I'll do actually is follow their way to the runway, not my own. Again, slight senior discrepancy here, but I'll follow their turn, just kind of keep things in sync.
American 7, taxi Echo 4, Echo 1, hold short runway 33 und greetings from the brakes.
Echo 4, Ultra 23.
KLM 145, wind 090 degrees, 8 knots, runway 05, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 05.
And I'm clear for takeoff.
Easy 59 Papa November, behind departing aircraft, line up runway 05 and wait behind.
Another line up.
There's another one in front of us.
In this case, 0x1274, behind the departing aircraft, line up runway 05 and wait behind.
Line up and wait. 4 Eurowings, got forgotten about that.
cross runway 23 on the other side, Alpha 4, contact apron 1.7, bye-bye.
Cross 23 Alpha 4 and apron on the other side, Mercs. Have a good day.
Just waiting for the aircraft in front of me to move slightly around.
Ryanair 86 Romeo Uniform cross runway 33 on the other side, Golf Delta 1 holding point runway 05.
Crossing runway 23, then Golf Delta 1 for runway 05, runway Ryanair 86 Romeo.
Eurowings 1274, wind 090 degrees, 8 knots, runway 05, clear for takeoff.
There we go, Eurowings now cleared. Which means the Lufthansa went to the runway.
Now easy 59.
Sorry, the EasyJet went to the runway.
Line up runway 05 and wait behind.
And now the aircraft in front of me will be the next one to line.
5 and wait behind, easy 59, Papa November.
Hamburg, good day, Scanning 689 with you at Bravo 4.
Probably should have a look at my fuel count before the text there.
Runway 33 on the
4,
other side,
5,
Golf Delta 1 holding point runway 05.
Crossing runway 23 and
5,
then
8,
Delta 1 to
5,
holding
9,
point 05, Scanning 689.
5, 9, 30.
689, set squawk Charlie.
We've burned about 400 kilos of fuel since started this flight.
Let's go, Charlie.
Not yet hit the runway. We're now going to taxi into taxi position holds.
Easy 59 Papa November, Hamburg Tower.
Easy 59, Papa November, go.
Line up runway 05.
Ja, we are rolling.
Jetzt ist auch Dankeschön.
Juhu.
I love Germans.
Dauer, damit ich nicht sehe.
They find human everything.
Jungs 1274, contact Bremen Radar 127.67, bye bye.
1276, I'll keep that on the standby.
Easy 59 Papa November, wind 090 degrees, 8 knots, runway 05, cleared for takeoff. Schönen Flug, tschüss.
05, clear takeoff, easy 59, Papa November. Dankeschön, schönen Service, schönen Abend, tschüss.
Eurowings 252, do you have the departing aircraft from left to right hand side?
7, 6, 7.
Behind departing aircraft, line up runway 05 and wait behind.
Behind departing aircraft, line up 05 and wait to retro.
3Jet 9R1 Zulu behind the departing aircraft, line up runway 05 and wait behind.
11:47. We've been going for nearly an hour and 20 minutes now. They're an hour and a half. We're still at Hamburg, guys. We're still at Hamburg. And I've been loving every single second of it. Oop, here we go. We can now hold short of the runway. We are so close. So close. It's getting airborne. So it's about here that aircraft is stopping. Alright, final checks. We'll set the rejects takeoff brakes now. Flaps set. 10 degrees. Bleeds set. Packs set. Landing lights are next. Just waiting for the 2 aircraft now to depart.
Eurowings 252, wind 090 degrees, 8 knots, runway 05, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 05, Eurowings 252.
Ah, sorry, no. He did get sneaked there in the front in the end. Fair play, man. Fair play. Although, in a second, we now get to say the one thing that I've been waiting oh so long to say.
Hamburg Tower, Delta Echo Bravo, Echo Victor, guten Abend.
Hamburg Tower, schönen guten Abend.
Delta Echo Bravo, Echo Victor, holding over LBVOR 2000 feet for landing via Whiskey 1 and Whiskey 2.
Delta Echo Victor, enter control zone via Whiskey 1, Whiskey 2, report Whiskey 2.
Enter control zone via Whiskey 1, Whiskey 2, report Whiskey 2, Delta Echo Bravo, Echo Victor.
Right. He should now get clearance. Can't see the landing aircraft yet.
1 Zulu, wind
There we go.
0 degrees, 8 knots, runway 05 cleared for takeoff.
Cabin crew, please proceed for takeoff. Please be seated.
Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee behind departing aircraft, line up runway 05 and wait behind.
Line up and hold runway 05 for Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee. Right, we're doing it, guys. We're doing it.
Hearings AF go 8 Golf Victor, Hamburg Tower, Moin, continue, wind check 090 degrees, 8 knots. 8 Golf Victor, continue. Jetzt 252 on 2000. Hearings 252, contact Wayman radar 127.67, bye bye. 2767, 252, bye bye.
Right. Hold position. Auto throttle armed. Now we've only got one button to press as soon as we're given clearance. No landing aircraft. You're out of the way. Here we go. Sorry, landing lights are set as well.
Hamburg Tower, guten Abend, Lufthansa 8 Charlie in for both.
Lufthansa Charlie, Hamburg Tower, Moin. Continue number 2, wind check 090 degrees, 10 knots.
Lufthansa 8 Charlie is copied and confirmed free speed or 170 till 5.
No speed restrictions.
Thank you, Lufthansa 8 Charlie.
Hearings 8 Golf Victor, wind 090 degrees, 10 knots, runway 15 clear to land.
Okay, so there has been a landing aircraft. Eurowings. Not you. Not you.
Golf,
There.
Hearings 8 Golf Victor, when able, vacate via Echo 4. Hearings 8 Golf Victor.
This is the guy holding us up. Move. We've pretty started our descent in Stansted by now in the real worlds.
Tower, good evening, KLM 11 Echo, holding short, runway 3315. KLM 11 Echo, Hamburg Tower, Moin, hold position, call you back, landing traffic on the runway. Holding position, KLM 11 Echo. Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee, I have 2 inbounds, expect 2 minutes for, until departure.
Roger that, 2 minutes, Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee. 2 minutes? Come on. I'm finding this really funny. It's like, again, no bad blood to this guy, no bad bloods to Hamburg Tower even, sorry. He's been doing a fantastic job of controlling both the grounds traffic here at Hamburg and the air traffic coming in as well to land. He's done a fantastic job. Round of applause to this guy. Even if it means that we're on the ground stuck here for however long, it's just really fun. And it comes up to about an hour since we pushed back.
Charlie, wind 090 degrees, 10 knots, runway 15, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 15, Lufthansa 8 Charlie.
Eurowings 8 Golf Victor, thank you. Taxi Echo 4, Echo 1, hold short, runway 23.
Echo 4, Echo 1, I will hold short, runway 23, Eurowings 8 Golf Victor.
Ryanair 45, Bravo Yankee, are you able for immediate departure?
Ryanair 4 Bravo Yankee is ready to go.
Roger, that sounds great. I call you back.
You're killing me, man. You're killing me. Stand by 45 Bravo Yankee. I love this guy.
The approacher for giving me a chance to let the aircraft depart. Hey Charlie, please vacate via Echo 4 when able.
Hamburg Tower, Gemini, Lufthansa 810, ILS 15.
Lufthansa 810, Hamburg Tower, moin moin, continue approach.
Track the last guy on my radar here. Sorry, PFD. That's him. The one on the left there. +12. The moment he's down, we go.
Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee, wind 090 degrees, 10 knots, runway 05, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee. We got it, guys. We got it. Black button there.
Lufthansa 810, expect late clearance.
810 expecting late clearance.
V1. Rotate. V2. We did it. Positive climb, gear up.
Lufthansa 810, wind 090 degrees, 10 knots, runway 15, clear to land.
Lufthansa 810, runway 15, clear to land.
Ryanair 114, Victor, line up runway 05 and wait behind.
Line up 1A1 is 05 behind and wait.
1000.
Ryanair 114 Victor.
Horsepower to come on.
Eurowings 8 Golf Victor, cross runway 23 on the other side, apron 121.
Watch the chrono start, sorry. Pushing out on the runway a bit high.
Victor will cross runway 23 on the other side, apron 121.
And then flaps up to 1 degree.
Und hallo Tower, Germanwings 2 Kilo Echo ist irgendwie auf Zulu 5 gelandet, aber für Bravo 4.
It's been a long time, guys, but we are finally airborne here in Hamburg. Alright, so climbing out, landing about an hour and a half. When do PAX expect us to land? We're going to be very late. 38 minutes. Takes us at least an hour and 10 to get there. We'll do the delay announcement later, actually.
Enter runway 3G and taxi to Golf Delta 1, holding point 0. Ryanair 114 Victor, wind 090 degrees, 10 knots, runway 05, clear for takeoff.
Runway 05 clear for takeoff. 1 ton of taxi fuel later.
Even he's there.
Eurowings 2 Kilo Echo, cross runway 3.
1 ton of taxi fuel later. Hang on, flaps off completely.
Okay, crossing 3 P3, Golf Delta 1, Echo 5, German wings to Kilikum.
Contacts
Delta Echo
12767.
2000 feet.
Delta Echo Victor, turn left, enter.
Hello there, Sensor. This is Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee with you at flight level 600.
Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee, Bremen Radar, good evening, identified 6600 now. Be advised, initial climb altitude is 5000 feet, climb flight level 100 now.
Climb to 100 for Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee.
Easy 8347 to left thing 340.
Left 340, 8340.
So hold the turn 10,000.
Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee, connect Bremen Radar 123.925, goodbye.
123925 for Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee. 23925.
Sensor Git there, Scandinavian 554, flight level 380.
Scandinavian 554, Bremen, hello, set squawk 2472.
Right, so holding at 10,000.
472 for Scandinavian 554.
Scandinavian 554, identified, direct Echo, Echo Lima.
Direct to Echo Echo Lima for Scandinavian 554.
Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee with you at holding 100.
Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee, Bremen, hello, identified, climb up level 380.
Up to 380 for Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee. Right. Now giving up clear to cruise. Look out to the left, should be able to spot the airport.
Swiss 1216, leaving my
There it
airport
is.
with Unicom 122, that's play 2.
Aircraft coming into land just below there as well. And see if there's any other traffic on holding probably a little bit.
It's at 7168, you're leaving my airspace, Langen radar.
Yeah, two aircraft.
Closing, unfortunately,
Q has
with Unicom 122, that's
definitely
play
died down a bit. So we have passed 10,000 now, so we turn off the landing lights. And the seatbelt sign, it's not too turbulent, so you can turn that off as well.
Yeah, Serbia 5 Sierra Victor, descent flight level 110.
Descending flight level 110, Serbia 5 Sierra Victor.
Visibility's not the greatest, but it's enough for us to fly today. And then we'll see how the weather is at Stansted once we do land. Right, so for those just tuning into the stream now, the premiere now, well, to be fair, I probably would have landed in Stansted by now. There's a good chance that once I do land, first thing I'm going to do is check my phone, because I actually want to see what stage should we take off at. This is a real world flight I'm on right now, Ryanair 1519, 1519, flying from Hamburg to London Stansted, after a trip to Copenhagen I did yesterday. So yesterday I flew to Copenhagen. I then spent a few hours there before taking a train from Copenhagen to Hamburg, and that was with the aim of trying out one of the last ever ferry train routes in Europe. So there's 3 of them left, but this one gets cancelled on December 14th and won't be running anymore. with a tunnel being replaced in a couple of years' time. Yeah, so train goes to a ferry port, the boat lines with the track, and then the train drives onto the boat before sails to the other side. So it's a fun little thing that. And then arrived at Hamburg, spent 2 hours at Minatur Wunderland, the world's largest miniature railway set, for heading to bed, woke up early, had a look around Hamburg, and now on my flight. Direct still pack for Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee. Fortunately doing that because I didn't realise that the next weapon was there, discrepancy. So yeah, looks around the city for a bit and then heads to the airport. Good trip. And also my last before Finland in December. And then the Finland trip I'm very excited for. Obviously a few good friends out there. It's a great country, although obviously quite cold. Obviously quite cold. It's passing through 230 now, 23,000. It's a very straight line flight into London. I say, our block time, it's 1 hour and 30 minutes. But in reality, it's a bit shorter than that. Even though it says 51 minutes to arrival, once we cruise, probably even less.
When ready, descend to reach level 110 by Rødby.
When ready, descend to reach Rødby, flight level 110, Lufthansa 9 Papa Kilo.
And so I'm expecting full ATC for the flight today. We should be giving someone to Amsterdam Centre and then London Centre for giving Stansted. Unfortunately, Stansted is active right now, and hopefully will be for a few more minutes, so get a chance to speak to them on approach. Pass through 27. Losing very shortly. What was I going to say? Yes, so, upcoming trips. this one's now done, and I won't be flying for a couple of weeks now. And at the railway I volunteer at, where I supply the railway, we're doing a few of the Santa runs, so not driving yet, can't drive until May, at least May. And likewise, still waiting for guard training starts. It's been slightly postponed, but should be starting in the new year. And until then, I've got this trip. I then fly to La Penranza on December 21st via Milan. So I fly British Airways from Gatwick to Milan, and then Ryanair from Milan to La Penranza. Both of those are going to be in premiere. And then on the 5th of January, so 2 weeks later, I fly back to London Gatwick, but with jet time. So it's a wet leased route, or with a code share, so it's a Norwegian flight, but a jet time aircraft flying it. You can imagine that's the case because of the MAX issues they've had, and a lot of the fleets now being grounded for Norwegian. So flying a 737-700 of all aircraft. I've only ever been in a 737-800. I've probably been in a 400 once upon a time many years ago, but that's so long out of memory. So yes, flying the jet time 737-700 back to London Gatwick. The next weekend, on the Sunday, I then fly to Venice in a Ryanair 738, and then from Venice I catch a Volotea aircraft to Catania. So yes, I've managed to put myself a Boeing 717 flight of all aircraft, 717-200. That I am very excited for, and hopefully it'll get switched out for a 319, because Volotea are now really starting to change off their fleets and actually start removing their old 7-1s. So one of the last flights as well for it here in Europe, and obviously you have to catch it before it completely goes. So I fly to Catania. I then fly the next day from Catania to Milan again, this time Milan Linate, which means the next 3 months. Well, actually I flew to Milan Malpensa last weekend. I'm flying out of Bergamo in December, and I'm actually flying out of Linate in January, so in 3 months I'm flying to all 3 Milan airports, which is it's a fun thing to think about actually. But I enjoy flying, I really do. Don't mind, like I still suffer the same as a lot of people, like it is at the end of the day quite a small cramped aircraft with cold air blowing in your face, but I just still really enjoy it. Being airborne, seeing the world from up above, and travelling to different parts of the world that you can normally reach in about 2 hours. 2 hours is what it takes to get you across Europe. Well, 4 if you're going to go north-south, as I found out with Athens. But it really is just a fantastic place to travel around. And then as time goes on, start to think about kind of like lessening the number of flights I take. Because it is a massive carbon footprint, admittedly. And so I start thinking maybe greener ways to go around. Maybe start exploring the UK a bit more. Because I go to all these places in Europe. I've never really been too much in the UK. Problem is, the flights are cheaper than the trains, so until that becomes the other way around, not much I'm doing with that.
November 56, November Alpha, Roger, wind 080 degrees at 5 knots, runway 09er, cleared for takeoff.
November 56, November Alpha, clear for takeoff.
Lufthansa 431, direct Ripso, descent flight level 110.
Lufthansa 41, direct Ripso, flight level 110.
And there you go. Almost very near cruise. Passing through 345. Ground speed is 443 knots, 444 knots. And then 255, and then the ETA should then come to life once we reach our cruise.
Direkt Ostes, Oscar Sierra Tango Echo Sierra.
Direct Ostes, because 252.
Set the date for some reason. So that's to time, shall we? So, whoops. 11:14 Zulu, 12:14 local time. Stick it to Zulu time, since that'll be what we're landing in. Our arrival time is supposed to be at. Let's check what App in the Air says. App in the Air, very much recommend it if you're looking at tracking your flights and keeping your history in as well. Not sponsored, I just highly recommend them. Right, Hamburg to London. Arrival time 11:40. So technically we don't actually land for half an hour. At least that's what the block time says. We pass at 11:05. Yes, that one we're local time 11. Hang on. Yeah, local time 11:05. So we passed that one way too late. And then arrival time UK.
Was that 260 for
11:40.
554? Okay, 260 for Scandinavian 554.
Lufthansa 431, expect flight level 70 at Ripso.
Lufthansa 431, flight level 70 at Ripso.
Correct, and 431 just descent level 110 for now and call Bremen radar 127.67, ciao. Lufthansa 431, descent 110 only and call Bremen 127.67, ciao.
Lufthansa 41, descend on flight level 110 and contact Bremen, radar on 127.67.
Scandinavian 689er, direct Laret.
Direct Laret, Scandinavian 689er.
Eurowings 252, switch to München 132.55, schönen Flug, ciao.
13255, Eurowings 252, bye-bye.
I think as we're in cruise, probably talk about Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 as well. But like I said, like the trailer came out a few days ago at the XO19, which I was at on this Friday. I was at XO19, and just like. It just is amazing. The scenery looks fantastic. The flight dynamics, from what I've heard, really is sounding great as well. Microsoft have blown everything away with what we're expecting. I am so glad that Microsoft have done something. Because for 10 years, it's been quite lacking flight simulation. It's been very quiet, a bit dead, and yeah, it's been... I don't know. Microsoft, when they jump back into the game, they've just brought in something that looks fantastic. And this is why I got the NG3 in the end, because I want to get that... Again, I'd say discounts. Again, it's a 2-for-1 offer, more like. But, just... Look at this. Just look at the scenery. Look at the world. And then go look at a trailer for Microsoft Flight Sim 20 and just look at how different it is, how much blown away. 747 announced as well. There's no 320 Neo we've seen so far. And at the end of the trailer, 747 just flies into the screen. It's just beautiful. It really is beautiful. Again, thank you Microsoft for getting back in the game, because they used to say that if you're going to build a new computer or you've got a new system, how do you test it? A flight simulator, because you've got to bring in the graphics, the calculations, and the UI all in one. It's a lot to load up. Hang on, too busy chatting. 12575 Amsterdam radar, 4NF45 Bravo Yankee, thank you very much. And there's just again, this is now, I say, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 is a test for their Azure AI, but they've done it in a way that everyone will love it. Like, it's fantastic. I'm excited, I really am. Let's get to Amsterdam, shall we?
Director RTIP for Scandinavian 554.
Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee with you.
Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee, Amsterdam, good evening, you are identified. Easy 27 Bravo Charlie, contact Bremen radar, 123.925, bye-bye.
123.925, easy 27 Bravo Charlie, dankjewel, tot ziens.
Tot ziens, Scandinavian 828, climb flight level 350.
Climb flight level 350 is coming in, network.
KLM 077, after river, direct Charlie Hotel. KLM 973, about to leave Dutch airspace, no further HC available in the next sector.
Also, looking back at X-Plane, as fantastic as Sim it is, it's game over for it. For years, X-Plane just has been like the second-rate simulator behind FSX. Then P3D, the next plane kind of bounced out, especially with the release of X-Plane 11, where everyone got wowed by the graphics for that. But that's it now. X-Plane almost back to where it was. I was still going to use it. It's still a great platform, but Microsoft will be taking over, absolutely.
KLM 935, contact London Control 133.7, bye-bye.
London 133.7, KLM 935, bye-bye.
A bit of turbulence. Bit of cloud cover as well. Top percent about 80 miles, so keep an eye out for that. It should be alright. Stansted is still out of range. I can't see them online or not. The centre, however, is active. I'm going to possibly turn on the seatbelt sign actually. Oops, not that one, sorry. It's equipment calling. Seatbelt sign comes on.
KLM 077, descent flight level 70, speed 250 knots.
Descent to flight level 70 and speed 250 knots, KLM 077.
Alright, seatbelt sign just brought on, 'cause a bit of turbulence there.
KLM Minatur, descent flight level 70, after Sugal, direct Sierra
Although if
Papa
it
Lima.
looks to clear up a bit, then we'll
Down 7,000 feet off.
switch it around.
Sierra Papa Lima for KLM 90.
KLM 077, information Foxtrot, factors for the ILS Rødby 06, turn right heading 040. KLM 077, turn right heading 040, factors for ILS Rødby 06.
Well, I've had a bit of chat going actually about the new 2020 as well at the moment.
KLM 077, maintain 250 knots, descent flight level 45. KLM 077, speed 250 knots, descent flight level 45. Speed 250 and descent to flight level 45, KLM 077. Scandinavian 554, descent flight level 70, after RTIP, direct Papa Alpha Mike.
Descent to flight level 750 and after RTIP direct to Papa Mike, was it for Scandinavian 554?
The Papa Alpha Mike, Papa's VR.
Papa Alpha Mike for Scandinavian 554.
Amsterdam radar, KLM 25 Juliet, landing off at flight level 60.
KLM 25 Juliet, good evening, identified, cleared of flight level 240.
Yeah, so a bit of cloud cover over the Netherlands. Amsterdam, just visible to our right. The airport should be to our left as well. I can imagine just covering the clouds somewhere.
Easy 59er Papa November, when ready, descent flight level 290, level bike also.
There you go, 40, just over 40 miles now until the top of the descent. 50 miles actually, 11:35, so about 7 minutes. Let's get a weather check actually for Stansted. It's 5 knots, 030.
920, information is Foxtrot, factors for the ILS Rødby 06, descent flight level 45.
So it'll be runway 04 for landing, that's confirmed. With that approach, won't it? We'll set up, we'll change it later. If I go to Airport search. Echo Golf Sierra Sierra.
Scandinavian 828, you are leaving Dutch airspace.
Moving up the Stansted airport map once we land.
122.8.
And also, there's a performance. And we'll switch over to the landing information. So, airport search, Echo Golf Sierra Sierra. Runway 05, should be 04 but hey. Driver runway, flaps 30, AC off, anti-ice off. The winds, whoops, go back. Show keyboard, winds, I've already got. 0305 knots. Temperature on landing. Be about 12 centigrades. So if I go to, where is it, utilities, go back 12, it's 53, so go 54. And QNH is 1002. Calculates. So be Vera for 154. And the weights, it's alright, quick turnaround time 67. We'll probably do it quicker than that. Ah, severe problems. Sim crashing, I presume.
You just became number 1, turn right heading 210. Right, 210, KLM 120. Scandinavian 554, the information is Foxtrot, factors for the ILS approach runway 06, turn right heading 260.
In the background we'll have London Centre ready, 127825.
Turn heading 260, Spectre, vectors for ILS 06 for Scandinavian 554.
So once we're ready to tune over, we'll just flick the switch. Well, the aircraft seems to be handling alright. Frame rate's quite solid. Outside's looking all good. And there you go, now left the main continent of Europe. Over the English Channel. Next time we hit land will be the UK. We'll turn off the seatbelt sign, like not for very long, admittedly. It's already off. Oh no. I'm going to tell the passengers as well to take them off. Quick look at this. They're satisfied, but we do need to announce the delay. So announce delay by about 30 minutes. So reason is traffic. 30 minutes. And I'm sure their reactions will change as soon as it gets announced in the back. Oops, a bit of turbulence there, but nothing major. What's that? View groups also for desktop. Not too sure about that. Won't click it. Okay, something does go wrong. P3D admittedly is not the most stable sim in the world. I've had a few small crashing issues with it this week. Not too many, but a few annoying ones, truth be told.
Fly heading 235, the speed 180 knots. 235 on the speed of 180, KLM 120.
So low time 11:34. Officially we don't land until 11:40, so in the real world we should be touching down, although I've got a feeling that again we've probably passed that stage. Landing 11:40, yes, so we'll have a touchdown at this point and start taxiing to gates. As I say, Ryanair's probably good at gaining time in the air. Like even now, we are late, we're going to be late, still got 6 minutes until then, but we haven't lost a terrible amount of time. In fact, let's have a look at what's this says our arrival time should be. Next, it's also attached. That's not quite worked out for me as an approach actually. Why have you done that?
Scandinavian 554, turn left heading 240 for downwind.
240 for the downwind for Scandinavian 554.
It's not a nice approach you've given me there actually by default on the FMS. It's the two...
45 Bravo Yankee, descent to flight level 280.
Down to 280 for Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee. I'll start on the 10 anyway. We'll figure out our approach. We'll most likely be given vectors.
KLM 25 Juliet, contact London Control 133.7, bye-bye.
133.7 for KLM 25
Yeah, I think we'll wait for vectors. So we'll erase that. And just have the runway 04 selected. We'll leave it discontinued there. Just for the sake of allowing the airplane to start its descent. Right. Let's do this. Landing should be in about 20 minutes. Maybe a little further than that, but it won't be too long.
Amsterdam radar, good evening, Scandinavian 29 Charlie, with new flight level 360 inbound Scandi 29 Charlie, Amsterdam, hello, identified, from present position, proceed direct Woody. Direct Woody, Scandinavian 29 Charlie. Amsterdam Control, good evening, Alitalia 119er, with information, Foxtrot is climbing, flight level 040 climbing, flight level 350. Good evening, Alitalia 119er, think you identified, climb flight level 250. Climb flight level 250, Alitalia 119er. Scandinavian 554, descended 3,000 feet, QNH.
You now stick it onto the VNAV. Should automatically calculate the sends and keep it on that as well. Perfect.
Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee, contact London Control 127.825. Bye-bye.
127.825 for Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee. Thank you very much. Hello there, London Centre. This is Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee with you at passing 365 for 280.
45 Bravo Yankee, London at SC1 Alpha, runway 04, descent flight level 220.
Down to 220, at SC1 Alpha arrival for Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee.
And if all Quebec Pub, you've gone through the local glider, turn left to re-establish, please report final.
So it was the Odessi 1 Alpha.
Yeah, we've just noticed, sorry. We'll turn to establish and we'll report and establish.
We'll probably be given vects anyway, lower to land anyway.
Shadow 9 Juliet,
It'll work out.
11972.
Continue our descent. Down to 2-2, we'll give them clearance to.
Shadow 2 Kilo, contact London 133.7, bye-bye.
133.7, that's the service, see you again, short.
59 Papa November, contact London 129425.
Right, passing through 320.
59 Papa November, contact London 129425.
12945, easy 59 Papa November. Thanks, have a good night, bye-bye.
Bye. And a 4 Quebec Papa, runway 33 clear to land, surface wind 360 degrees 9 knots.
33 clear to land, Ryanair 4 Quebec Papa.
Ryanair 4126, contact Amsterdam 12575.
In a couple of minutes, we'll see that sign as well. Ready for landing.
Ryanair 4126, bye-bye.
Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee, descend flight level 120 to be level Lapra.
120, direct to Lapra for Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee.
Ryanair 4 Quebec Papa, once you've vacated the runway, contact ground on 121.
Right, down to 11,000.
Okay, once vacated, we'll go to ground.
And direct to Lapra.
Approximately 4 minutes, just 1 sec, I'll be right back.
Drag acquired, spiders armed. Step down a bit. Just keep on my speed there. The aircraft seems to be doing alright in terms of holding the altitude. Sending around 1,900 feet per minute, so it's again, it's very structured in the sense. We should soon be reaching the English coast. So we're about 2,000 away of the channel crossing. Visibility, I'm sure they will hide it from us until we get basically right on top of it. Traffic as well. Actually, I expect some more aircraft in the area, given that London airspace looks quite busy right now. I'm keeping an eye on Product Supplies radar just to get an idea of what it's like. I'll just stick it on that. So yeah, we're coming in now. Stansted, it's relatively clear actually. Heathrow, completely packed. Should be at 13,000 by LARPA. We're a little high, admittedly. We'll use spoilers and increase our descent rate a bit. Yeah, what should we be at LARPA? LARPA's 13,000, Abbott's 14,000 at Abbott. Oh, there's a 23 mile thing there. Okay, so we'll go back to LNAV. And the aircraft do what it does. The aircraft knows what it's doing. I don't, safe to say. So it's 23 Slarp is 29 miles away. 23 to Abbott, and it's down to 23,000. Sorry, down to 2,500 for 23 miles to the intercepts. And then don't forget we've also got vectors after that. So it is a fairly well kept descent.
Control, radar for Victor.
Hang on. London Control's gone AFK momentarily. We're back in a few moments. I trying to call out Control, but can't quite get to him. There we go.
London Control, hello, Ryanair for Victor. We just lined up on runway 09 East Mids, request departure clearance.
Ryanair for Victor, hello to runway 09, clear for takeoff. 010 degrees, 8 knots.
Clear for takeoff, 09, Ryanair for.
Station at Manchester, contact 133.7.
London Control, good evening. Shuttle 13 Charlie with you.
Good 13 Charlie London, thank you. When you're ready, descend flight level 150, be level at Soppet.
One ready, 7 flight level 150 level socket. Speed shuttle 13 Charlie.
Pass through 20,000. Let's see about sign back on.
Easy 8343 with you, flight level 130.
That should be our final time using it before
Climb flight level 250.
approach.
Up to 250 direct sum for easy 8343.
Should be a little bit turbulent when we do get closer to Stansted, but not too much. Just about to enter the whoops, about to enter the English coast.
45 Bravo Yankee, descend flight level 90.
Down to 90 for Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee.
Ryanair 4 Victor, contact London 133.7, bye bye.
1237, bye.
Yeah, it's not even at the last waypoint yet. It should be 13,000. Descent's pretty much fine. Set up to the hits. Set our frequencies up. 105.043. 105. One thing I do like about X-Plane is the continuity. So in the Zybo, if I was to leave the aircraft, both those sets are 105, when I jump back in the aircraft, say 2 weeks later, it will still say 105 when it like reset itself to whatever standard number that PMDG have set. I do like the continuity that Zybo has. It would be nice to make this transition here as well. At the very least, just so that we could yes, that's 1002. So at least like keep some continuity, keep the aircraft flowing, no matter where you're flying and when.
Direct Otnet for the Otnet 1 Golf arrival in Gatwick for Project 049.
Destination path unachievable. Unfortunately so. Because that's how the approaches we've been given. FMC is supposed to be to use drag, yes, or destination unreachable. So yeah, let's increase our descent manually. And wait for vectors to guide us in.
Charlie, descent flight level 90, level Bovington.
Descent flight level 90, level Bovington, shuttle 1 feature.
Passing through 15,000. Speed is increasing, so I'll bring back the speed a bit. Sorry, the descent rates.
945 Bravo Yankee, turn left, heading 235, radar vector southwest, runway 04.
Turn to 235 for Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee.
Good evening, Skype 147, descending through flight level 162 for 160, Brooklyn spot.
Skype 147, thank you, descent flight level 90, good rate of descent, expect right downwind runway 08.
Descent flight level 90 for expecting 08, Skype 147.
Pass through 12. Once it gets 10,000.
Speed 220 knots or less.
Flap should hopefully at least help us slow down as well. 240 knots set on the map indicator then.
5 miles runway 04, descent to altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1003.
Down 6,000, QNH 1003 for Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee. Turbulence as we come to the low levels. I'll try and let the aircraft slow down, maybe use flaps a little bit early. Again, this wind certainly doesn't help us too much. Turbulence just affects our speed. The airflow's coming in from all sides.
Skybear 147, turn left, heading 270 degrees.
Left heading 270, Skype 147.
I wonder. Yeah, it's completely idle. Go down to 1,000 feet per minute. Let the plane slow down. Start using the flaps. Landing lights active. Cabin crew 10 minutes to landing, 10 minutes.
Altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1003.
Down to 4,000 feet, QNH 1003, Skype 147.
That's breaking 2. Stansted maybe actually visible from the first officer's side. Nope, underneath the clouds. And I do miss the VFR scenery here. Warbeck, South East England is a fantastic add-on. Sorry, South England.
343, contact Amsterdam 12575.
But it's what I miss the most. The VFR scenery that covers the entirety of the land here.
12575.
12575, thank you,
Minus 45 Bravo Yankee, descend to altitude 3,000 feet.
Down to 3,000, Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee.
Control, good evening, London Control. World Express 99 Tango with you at flight level 210, climbing 240, inbound Skerry.
World Express 99 Tango London, thank you. It's Cardiff 3 Delta arrival for runway 12.
With you, passing Finland 160, heading 150.
Express 99 Tango, it's a Cardiff 3 Delta arrival, runway 12.
Cardiff 3 Delta arrival, runway 12 for World Express 99 Tango, thank you.
Goes 862 London, thank you. Climb flight level 350.
Getting up to 1 hour flight time now. It's 11:56. Should have landed 16 minutes ago.
13 Charlie, contact Heathrow 119725. Bye bye.
Good evening, London Control. This is the Speedbird 2273 with you, climbing flight level 260 for 360.
Speedbird 2273 London, thank you. Direct to Moorpark.
Direct Mopat, Speedbird 2273.
13 Charlie, Heathrow 119725.
Direct 11975, shuttle 13 Charlie, you can goodbye.
Skydive 147, turn left heading 260 degrees, descend to altitude 3,000 feet.
Down through 6,000.
945 Bravo Yankee, turn right heading 245. 945 Bravo Yankee, turn right heading 1 progression 245.
Right heading 245, Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee. Right, start slowing this plane down even more now and get the flaps into landing position.
Goes 862, redirect fuel.
What was our VRF again? Sorry, it was 154.
Redirection fuels, Towers 860.
Skydive 147, turn right heading 360 degrees, base leg.
Right 360, Skype 147.
Coming in nice and low now, all looking good. So this is how quiet the airspace is, despite Hamburg where Takeoff from. It's so busy. Again, we're on the ground for an extra hour there, and all of a sudden, it's nothing. It's peace and quiet. With the only aircraft coming into Stansted right now is actually there's a GA aircraft doing a few circuits, but other than him, it's completely quiet, nice and peaceful. Gear down.
London Center, very good evening. Shamrock 1420 with your flight level 220 for 340.
Shamrock 1420 London, thank you.
Yeah, this will be a fun little bumpy landing this.
Skydive 147, turn right heading 045, cleared ILS runway 08.
Right 045, cleared ILS 08, Skype 147.
Good evening, Virgin 53 Foxtrot 5190 heading 160 degrees.
Yeah, so the aircraft's now going to level off. It gets to the end of the glide slope, and then controller will tell me to make a right hand turn.
3 Whiskey Lima London, thank you, direct Clippy.
Direct Clippy, Ryan 3,
Turn steps to the glide slope. So yeah, Charlie Foxtrot is still the intercepts his next waypoints. You can see the GA aircraft on my scope there, 10 miles out. We'll see if they stick them in front or behind me.
Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee, turn right heading 310 degrees.
Right, so 310 for Ryanair 45 Yankee Arvo.
Skybear 147, descent altitude 2,500 feet further with the glide.
Spin 2,500, Skybear 147.
Jet 23, climb flight level 260.
260, timejet 23. Skybear 147, established ILS 08.
Skybear 147, zero way, clear to land, service wind 030 degrees, 11 knots.
Clear to land runway 08, Skybear 147.
Time to leave our localizer.
Whiskey Lima, when you're ready, descend flight level 150, be level at Clippy, expect runway 05.
150 by Clippy, 1 ready, descend flight level 150, Whiskey Lima.
There we go. Sets to approach modes. So now hopefully the aircraft will make this right hand turn. This is all connected up.
Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee, turn right
There we
heading
go.
020 degrees, cleared ILS runway 04.
Right to 020, cleared ILS 04 for Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee. Okay, it's got 010 first. Stick it back on the VOR localizer then.
Under control, good evening, easy 340 Alpha with you, flight level 272 inbound to Carlo.
340 Alpha London, roger, redirect Amral.
Redirect to Amral 340 Alpha.
King Spectrum is 09.
09.
Air 45 Bravo Yankee, descend 2,500 feet further with the glide.
Down to 2,500, follow the glide for Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee.
Traffic.
Yes. There's a GA somewhere in it. There's an aircraft nearby me somewhere. But I just can't see it. I think we're established now, so that should be alright. Terror established because the aircraft's almost nosediving now into the ground. Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee is established.
25 and
Wood Express 99 Tango, descend when ready, flight level 160.
Down to flight level 160.
Split the airplane up a little bit, so use a bit of spoilage, just slow the plane down. There we go.
Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee, runway 04, clear to land, service wind calm.
Cleared to land, Ryanair 45 Bravo Yankee. Here we go. Got there in the end. Cabin crew, please be seated for landing. Again, 154 seems a little hard on the VREF there, right on the flaps limit, but given the winds right now, I can see why the aircraft's name is at slightly higher speeds.
E340 Alpha, approaching top of descent. E340 Zulu Alpha, descend flight level 160, will be level at Amral.
Auto throttle
160
cuts.
Amral, vehicle Zulu Alpha. F3 Whiskey Lima, redirect Barkway.
And autopilot disengage.
3 Whiskey Lima, redirect Barkway.
Direct Barkway, 3 Whiskey Lima.
Tomjet 49, when you're ready,
A little bit
descend flight
turbulence,
level
nothing too
270,
major.
will be level at Offmet.
Keep the aircraft on the glide slope.
Tomjet 49.
Tomjet 049, go ahead.
Tomjet 049, when you're ready, descend flight level 270, will be level at Offmet.
Down to 270, level in Ultimate, Tomjet 049.
There we go, passing the airport's thresholds. A little high, but that's fine. There we go.
147, taxi via Alpha and Bravo to the exact jet parking.
Alpha and Bravo to jet parking, FK 147.
20. 10.
Virgin 53 Foxtrot, descend when ready, flight level 150, will be level at Kidley.
Investor sets.
Level 150, level Kidley, Virgin 53 Foxtrot.
184 feet per minute, I'll take that. 60 knots cuts. And there we go. Welcome to London Stansted. Like I say, we're at the we're on the ground in Hamburg for a fair while. Did lead to a late arrival. But we got there in the end.
Further monitor 122.8, bye-bye. Drawyah 862, London 129.45, bye-bye.
Just clear the aircraft up.
Drawyah 862, London
Snap lights
129.45.
on. AP starts.
Express 99 Tango, descend flight level 90.
Down to flight level 90, World Express 99 Tango.
Runway 45 Bravo Yankee is clear of runway.
45 Bravo Yankee, taxi park stand 52 in the middle.
Park stand 52, flying air 45 Bravo Yankee. Right. Maps are up, lights are set. Turn off this one. Flight directors off. Also turn off the TCAS since we're now no longer airborne. And then we'll use the airport map to figure out where 52 is.
Zulu Alpha, descend flight level 90. Descend flight level 90. Express 99 Tango.
Is it taking me over to the
ILS runway 12.
hang on.
Turn heading 360 degrees vectors to ILS 124, Express 99 Tango.
Jet 049 London 129.425.
129.45.
Oh no, he hasn't.
049.
It's the smaller
Delta 31 London.
north wing. Put me to the far distance storage bit there.
And a 3 Whiskey Lima, descend flight level 90.
3 Whiskey Lima.
Oops. Reset clock was 1 hour and 12 minutes airborne. You can remember that. Back on the throttle bits. And then make a right hand turn, yep, as we're on the insides of the two wings. And yeah, I'll make use of the left-hand taxiway here. There we go. Aircraft over there at stand. Pacifica 320. Yes, good old Pacifica. Good old Pacifica.
And the 12945, engine 53 Foxtrot, sit up.
Right, stand 5-2.
Express 99 Tango, runway 12, you've got 30 miles. Descent to altitude 3,000 feet, QNH 1004.
Which doesn't actually on any taxi lines there. Going right to that stop sign. Push to the right slightly. So it's a little more straighter. And halts. Parking brake set. Engines off. Switch power to the APU. Strobes off. Taxi lights off. And let's turn off the ATC. It doesn't work, doesn't it? Also got hidden chats. Oh no, maybe it has. Right, well, speak to the passenger, shall we, one last time. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to London Stansted. Local time is 12:15, local temperature 10 degrees. Apologies for the slight delay there, traffic in Hamburg meant we took off slightly late, but we're about 22 minutes behind schedule, and we'll be deboarding the aircraft as soon as possible. Once again, thank you for flying Ryanair, and hope to see you on the future flights. That's fine. Cabin crew disarm doors and cross check. Must always remember to cross check the doors. Bring up the FMS, FS actions, ground services. Set the chocks. Press ground power. Next stage is passengers, so that's 0. Let's request ascend the air stairs and request the stairs to the rear. Baggage goes to unload as well. Request everything. And return to the menu, doors. Open the rear door and open the cargo doors. I'll start everything as soon as it all comes connected. So first thing will be ground power. Oops, didn't turn the APU bleed on there. That's fine though. Switch it all off. That's come off. APU off. Ground power's now active, which is fine. APU's switched off. Lights are all set as they should be. We're not fueling since it's the end of the flight. Deplane starts and unload as soon as the carts arrive, which shouldn't take us too long. There you go. Yeah, slightly wonky there on the stop points, but hey, I'm not complaining. View from the tower. There we are. Right, let us finish all the flight trackers we now are done with. So, virtual Ryanair, finish flight file power rep. That's good. Next is project flight, complete flights. That looks good. Touchdown, the end was 147 feet per minute. I soon get Lord of the Landing sorted, which is the proper weather display landings. Also gives you the G's and ranks your approach and all that. And
Dane 1 Bravo arrival from
Yeah,
Manchester,
that's
05.
about it from me really. You're also in position, and you should also start unloading in a second.
Dean 1 Bravo arrival in Manchester, Sleeper 1376.
Express 99 Tango, turn left heading
Start
305.
unloading. Cancel that, sorry. I want to now expedite boarding. And then I'll start deboarding the aircrafts. So yeah, no, we're about 40 minutes late in the end. A little bit more than the 30. Yeah, some passengers are not too happy actually about that. Sorry, Hamburg was really busy. There's nothing I could do about that. Let us end the flights. See what they're saying. So, long delay due to traffic, soft landing. Wish I gave us food. Well, do not get told about the delay. My friend, yeah. Not the happiest flight overall. It was satisfactory. Satisfactory, but not perfect. So, yeah, that's mainly it for this one. We just quieten down the background sounds and bring this one to an end. So, like I say, I'm now in the UK. I've been in the terminal, heading back to London, central London, to go back home. Well, Harry Hill show tonight as well. Harry Hill's Club Night should be a lot of fun. Excited for that one actually. And then, yeah, another week of work next week. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the little premiere here. If you'd like to enjoy it, do subscribe. This one lasted a lot longer than the real world flights, that's for sure. But hey, again, it's all in the... It's all good. It's all good. We had a fair bit to talk about. So next time I'm flying the real world, that'll be on December 21st. So do tune in for that one. If you're new to the channel, then do subscribe as well. Check out some more flights and content. I'm sure as Microsoft comes out as well in the near future, we'll have a lot more to talk about regarding that. But yes, until then, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.